Good morning from Risian, everybody, or I should say good day, depending on whenever you are going to watch this video. But today we are going to take a closer look at this beautiful hunk of a ship right there with the beautiful sunlight in the background. I don't know what's going on with these waves after here. It's kind of weird to say the least, but anyway, we are going to take a review, or at least we're going to make a review about this beautiful ship. We're going to take it through its paces and see if it is a good ship or if it's not a good ship. Now, to do that, I kind of need to go over to the triple testing server because that's where I do all of the testing. And so that means I kind of need to cut the video and I'll be right back. Guys, just a heads up, my awesome channel now accepts channel subscriptions. As always, it's never a must. You can always enjoy the channel's content for free, but you could help my channel out a lot by getting a paid subscription. Link and info in the description. Now let's get back to the video. Now for you guys, nothing has changed, but for me, I kind of need to copy my character over to the triple testing server. That is the server that I'm currently doing stuff on, and you can actually see it is Sakura 10. But anyway, in my inventory I have this beautiful looking ship that is basically this ship because I bought it over here with the low buy buyout. Really good feature if you guys wanting to have this ship before the event runs its paces, its course. You can basically put in the low buy. There is always going to be a discount. Let's say you have done the event twice or 3 times. There's going to be a discount of 3 days in the total amount of low buy that you needed to spend to obtain this thing. But anyway, that is this ship. Let's go to more details or at least read a little bit of the backstory that Cryptic has provided for us. So this thing is called the Risian Weather Control Vessel. It is a tier 6. The Risian Weather Control Vessel is the result of centuries of pushing the envelope of weather control. All this work has resulted in a starship that can terrify masses of local weather phenomenons. Nice, I like that. Features a lieutenant commander universal / pilot seat. Oh, pilot seat, okay. That might be interesting in pilot abilities. Okay, comes equipped with the Summer Neutronic Eddies console. Kind of want to see that. When activated, the Starship summons a Neutronic Eddies that will wander the nearby foes. Dealing radiation damage and draining significant amounts of shield from any affected foes. This console also provides a passive boost to auxiliary power, Starship drain expertise. This console can be equipped in any console slot. Oh, okay, so this is a universal and can be equipped in all ships. Right? No. Maybe equipped in any ship. Yes, it is. It can be equipped in any of your ships that you have. Nice. But only one of these consoles at any given time. Cool. After achieving level 5 in your weather control vessel, you will unlock the Electrified Anomalies Starship trait. While this trait is slotted, your bridge officer anomalies become the epicenter of the electrical storms in addition to their other effects, causing electrical blasts to shoot out and deal significant damage to any foes and grants substantial power bonus to any allies hit. Huh? Wait a minute. So this thing, if I'm reading it correctly, the bridge officer becomes the epicenter of an electrical storm.
The Horgon hunt has started.
So,
Talk to the Horgon collector to
does this mean all of the anomalies? It says anomalies. Gravity well is an anomaly, right? Huh. Okay. Anyway, electrical storm that, in addition to their other effects, causing electrical blasts to shoot out that deal significant damage to any foes. Okay. And grant substantial power bonuses to any allies hit. So when allies are going to get by these electrical blasts, they're basically going to get a power bonus. Bonuses. Multiple. Awesome. I kind of want to see that. Tier 6, any completed tutorial. Okay, here we go. Home modifier of 0.95. Oh, that's a little bit low. Shield modifier 1.45, really high, nice. Forward weapon 3, aft weapon 3, device slots 3. Console modification 3 tactical, so it is not a DPS dealer. 3 engineering, so it's not a tank. 5 science, definitely science heavy. Base turn rate of 17 degrees per second. Very nice, so it's highly maneuverable as well. Impulse modifier of 0.185. That's kind of low. 0.1. Inertia, this might be a bug, by the way. Inertia rating of 75 to engine power and also 15 to auxiliary power. Auxiliary power kind of, is linked up to your science and science abilities. Whenever you're having a high aux power, obviously your science abilities are tied into that, so it's definitely beneficial. Also sensor analysis, subsystem targeting, secondary deflector slot. Okay, this is definitely science. Neutronic eddy generator. I kind of want to see this one as well in how it works. So this is definitely piquing my interests in space and space abilities. I'm really enthusiastic about this ship. So I'm gonna open this thing, make it my current Starship, and showcase it through the first of all, we're going to do customization, and then I'm going to showcase it in space with a comparison of the Lucari Dorito ship, the Lucari Science vessel. So I'll be right back again. Here we are at the customization. I am really liking these. I don't know what they're called, what the technical term is. These wings, these legs. Hydrofoils, they kind of mirror the water effect on them. That is so cool. And when we were looking at this at the Risian world planet surface in the water, they basically had a glow. And the first time that I saw it, it reminded me of those, and I believe one of you guys also mentioned it in the comment section of that video. It kind of reminds me of those pods in the Matrix with whenever they had the Nebuchadnezzar, those ships that they had. They basically used these pods, these anti-graviton pods or whatever they were to move the ship about, and it kind of had the same glow because this entire leg structure, whatever it's called, hydrofoil or whatever it's called, this actually emits some kind of like visual effect. And I was like, yeah, that reminds me totally so much on that particular ship. But anyway, this is really good looking. I should say this kind of looks like Monogamy Hood over here. That's very interesting. Loving the details on this ship. I'm loving these things, whatever they are. Basically have some kind of functionality over there. These globes. Very cool. And I do love that they are basically putting numbers up here in really, I can't zoom more than this. I do apologize. But they're putting some kind of numbers on the deck over here and not just the text, because mine is, or at least the text is over here, the name of the ship, but the numbers are really big. And I love that. Because probably you're going to need more than one of these giants to do, to do weather control and very nice. It kind of looks badass as well from underneath as well, like inverted. Very nice. I like it. I love this keel. Is it a keel that this thing is? Where it basically centers the ship so it doesn't like rock over when it's in the water. Nice. Very nice. I am so liking it. Okay, so we only have one template. We don't have a unique bridge, so I'm not going to show you guys that. There is no need. We do have a lot of material types over here that we can change. Now I'm going to go through them one by one. So we got the blue one right here. Blue glow. I don't think that actually changed a lot. Blue glow 2. What's the difference? Oh, okay. So we got the engine part. The inner pieces are basically turning into like bluish glow. Oh, I like that. It's more scared looking, more dark looking. Green, oh, green glow. It's kind of like it's a simulated green. Kind of like the Borg green. Oh, nice. Okay. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. Let's go. We got orange. Oh, orange. Very nice. Orange color. Kind of looks a little bit like it's, I don't know if it's kind of looks like it's on fire on the inside. Orange, pink, pink color. Oh, that's so cool. That is so cool. Oh, that's nice. I'm really happy that they gave us this as options to change all of these things. Ooh, red. Now we're talking. Look at that. That is so cool. So every highlight is like turning into the color that you actually want it to be. Oh my god, that's so good. And teal glow. I don't know about that, but it is teal. Not my color. Type 2 glow, blue glow 1. What's the difference? Okay, so there is a little bit of difference. Green and green. Okay, so it's like a lighter version of the green. A lighter version of the orange, of the pink, purple, red. See, that's not actually red, that's more orangey. This is definitely red, and this one is not that red. Okay. Teal, white. White glow? Seriously? It's not really white though, is it? It's more of a grayish area tint color. Yellow. Type 3? What does that type 3 means? Is type 3 the one that it came with? I think it was. Yeah, I think it came with type material 3. So we got white glow. Oh, wait a minute. So these are type 1. Okay, so this is definitely white. Okay. I see what they mean. This is basically like a what's it called? The alignment of the words, where it's basically these two, white and yellow, should be right here before type. But then again, if it's aligned alphabetically, obviously these things are going to be at the bottom. Okay, so we got white over there, and we got the yellow. Okay, it's bright yellow though. Okay. I'm gonna leave it the way it came. I believe it came with type 3, so I'm gonna leave it at that. So we don't have different engine pod, hull, and deflector dish and whatever wing type. If this thing is called a wing at the end. So we don't have the option to choose the different style and mismatching components. We do have a different. What are these? Okay, so we do have like the normal patterns over here, but we also have some kind of like ABG. So normal. So you have 4 A, B, C, and 5 and F, and whoa, so many stuff. All right. Oh, look at these. Oh, okay. So I definitely gonna show them one now. Risian 1. Okay, so these are definitely patterns that you can customize your ship with. 1B. So these are going to be definitely unique. I wonder, can we change this to like and the background color to something that's really bad, just to showcase the ship. Okay, Risian type 2, type 2B, 2C. Okay, so it changes a lot of stuff for you to customize your ship with. Engines, let's try that one. Okay. So there are a lot of customization to be done, a lot of mismatching components like that you can colorize. But I'm going to undo all of the changes because I want you guys to have an out-of-the-box experience with this video. And I'm going to open up another client, show you guys how big this ship is in comparison in space. So I'll be right back. So we are in space. As you guys can see, I am totally zoomed in, and this is the effect that I was thinking about. And I believe it was Hugo that commented that these things actually remind him as well from the Nebuchadnezzar from the Matrix movie. The Nebuchadnezzar one was one of those ships that Morpheus commanded, and Neo was in there as well, and all that good stuff. But anyway, so this is the effect that I was talking about. This kind of is really cool to look at, but unfortunately the effect is like stationary. So whenever you're moving the ship, the effect kind of feels unnatural. This effect, or at least the way it looks like, it should like move backwards when the ship is moving forward, and the effect should move forward when the ship is going backwards, but it's not. It's just stationary, and it comes with the ship. Whenever the ship actually moves, like, you know, banking left or banking right, the effect is just there. It's kind of weird. I'm going to show you guys later on, but this is the comparison with the Lucari science vessel over here, the Dorito. It's not that big in but then again, you know, science ships are not supposed to be, you know, really big dreadnoughts when it comes to size. So it is small. It is definitely like maybe 2 times as big as the Lucari Dorito over here. The Lucari science vessel. So let me move out of range of this guy. And this is what I mean. The ship is moving forward, but the effects are just stationary. So those effects are very nice that they did that, but it's not like an engine glow where you actually see the glow of the engines. These things should also have, like, you know, an animation that the ship is moving forward. So these things should move backwards a little bit. And the same is when the ship is turning. Look at this. This effect is like very weird. It just lingers there. And it doesn't feel natural. It feels like the ship is staying stationary. That's, you know, that's the vibe that you get from the effect while the ship is still moving, because you see the engine trail. And I am basically at full impulse, as you guys see, without actually going to full impulse. But the effect is like very weird. Makes it feel like, hey, this vessel is just, you know, it's just stationary. It's not moving. You know, you guys know what I mean. Look at this. When it's turning, the effect is just like, oh, now the effect is actually moving it the way it should be. This is what I mean. Like, this effect should be like, you know, moving, and this is just weird. So I'm thinking this is probably the first time that they made this kind of effect, and they haven't really figured the way that the effect should feel, because it's weird. It's just weird. It's just, or at least in my perspective, it looks weird. But anyway, stop moving. Okay, so what do we got? We got over here the normal loadout of a science ship. So you got 3 weapons on the aft, 3 weapons on the front, 3 on the aft. You got the shield, you got the warp engines, secondary deflector, and a normal deflector slot. Basically standard stuff. Nothing has changed over there. We got room for 3 devices. We got for survivability, 3 engineering, for DPS, or at least traditional DPS by beams and all that good stuff. We got 3 tactical consoles for that, and we have 5 science consoles to enhance all of the science abilities that you're going to do. And also, this is that universal console. The neutronic eddy generator looks very, very interesting. But first of all, we are going to take a look at the Starship Mastery. So we got level 1, plus 15 damage to exotic damage abilities. Level 2, more tanky, plus 10% in shield hit points. Level 3 is going to enhance hull and shield healing abilities by 10%. Level 4, an X amount of shield regeneration every 6 seconds with 5% in shield resistance. Now I'm saying an X amount because you guys could have like a totally different number of shield regeneration over there. My build is not existent. This is basically the flat out version of the shield regeneration that your character has, because I have not done any of my skills, abilities, and all that good stuff. And you can actually see that this ship doesn't have any consoles equipped on it. So this is the unlockable Starship trait. Your bridge officer anomalies will deal electrical damage and grant a power boost to all of the allies. Adds a severe electrical charge to your bridge officer anomalies. So electrical damage that's going to ignore shields each second to foe within 5 kilometers of the anomaly. Plus 5.4 all power levels to ally within 5 kilometers of the anomaly. That's a lot, 5.4. So these are the power levels over here. You can actually see that I'm running a balanced mode. So we got, for the weapons, we got 51 points into, or at least 51 power. So if somebody hits this thing, I'm going to get 56.4 power. It's going to add 5.4 points to each and every one of these things. So that's a lot, to be honest. I wonder if these things stack. Let's say you have like 2 or 3 of these anomalies from your bridge officers, or from other teammates as well. Let's say you have 5 teammates and maybe 2 or 3 of them are actually doing anomalies. I wonder if these things actually stack. So you get like, 15 or 20 all power levels to allies. That's going to be insane. Probably not, to be honest, because then it's going to be overpowered, but who knows. So that is that. Starship Mastery, we got the Universal Console. Let me just go to more details. When activated, this console creates a number of dangerous eddies. Similar to those seen on a neutronic storm, these eddies will wander nearby space, devastating any enemies unfortunate enough to be in their destructive radius. Passive boost to auxiliary power, Starship drain expertise. So this is basically like, if you guys go into like infected and all that good stuff, or you're basically facing off the Borg, whatever you're going to see like drain is basically draining your shield or draining your power levels all the way to 0. So you can't use you can't use weapons, or you can't use shields, or you can't use your engines. So that is drain. This console can be equipped in any slot and equipped with any ships, but only one of these at any given time. 70.1 is Starship drain expertise, like I just mentioned. So you can drain shields, you can drain engine power, all that good stuff. And 7.5 to auxiliary power settings. And this is that unlockable, or at least activatable clicky. So it's going to summon the neutronic eddies. When activated, your Starship summons 4 neutronic eddies that will wander the nearby area, dealing radiation damage and dealing significant amounts of shield and draining significant amounts of shield from any affected foes. Oh, okay, this is interesting. I wonder if the foes can actually go out of this area. So it could be interesting if you put like a gravity well up there, just basically huddles everybody near, and then this neutronic eddies to hold the foes in place, and basically these eddies are going to rip them apart with radiation damage. Oh, nice. Creates 4 neutronic eddies that last 20 seconds. An X amount of radiation damage that's going to ignore the shield, and also it's going to drain all shields by minus that amount. And all of these numbers, like I mentioned previous, are going to change with different builds. Affected foes are jolted by the storm. Okay, so jolted, like electrified. Nice. I like that. Skill that affect this ability, exotic particle generator, and also drain expertise. If you want to have more points into these good stuff over here, put some points in your skill tree in EPG over here, and also into drain expertise. Now this is also part of a space set. if you have like the previous summer ships, if you have 2 pieces of them, exotic particle generator is going to add +3 to engine power settings. Exotic particle generator by default is going to give you 28.5, and also control expertise 28.5 in that as well. Party mode +10 power recharge speed to pilot bridge officer abilities and rock and roll. Oh, rock and roll is a pilot maneuver where your ship basically goes like in a spiral. It basically rotates. It's kind of nice. And this thing is a reduction in pilot bridge officer abilities. Okay. I might do a little bit of I'm going to see if I can have these things just to make sure that I'm going to show you guys all of these universal consoles to equip them on this ship. Because I kind of need to stop the video anyway, because I'm going to look up the Admiralty card for you guys, and then we're going to do like bridge officer stations and take this thing into combat. So I'll be right back. Okay, so like I mentioned, I am going to show you the Admiralty card. So we got a Risian weather control vessel tier 6. Now it has 4 stars in its rarity with 31 engineering, 30 in tactical, and a whooping 67 in science over here, and also 18 hours in cooldown after usage. Special ability +10 to science per science ship that you will slot in the same project when you're doing Admiralty. So those are the Admiralty cards. Now I did, as you guys can actually see over here, I did grab all of the other universal consoles that are going to enhance the 3 set bonuses, and we're also going to get party mode. Now party mode is just something that your bridge officer are going to enhance their cooldown. So let us get a closer look at the bridge officer seating over here. We have a lieutenant commander universal / pilot station. I need to grab one officer that has pilot abilities to showcase a little bit of pilot abilities. We also have a lieutenant tactical station for doing the traditional standard DPS and all that good stuff, chemo or beta or something like that. Let's do chemo. Why not? We have a lieutenant engineering station for survivability and all that good stuff. But we have, this is the good stuff, a lieutenant science, commander science stations, and have 4 of these anomalies that you can put out, including gravity well, Titan's Rift. And can we put something else over here? Charge particle burst, sure, why not? You know what? Let's do that one. And we have something that has like 6 over here, but that's not really the case. This might be a bug. Could be tribal related. We're definitely going to use DRB over here and science, or yeah, let's do that. So the last bridge officer station is a lieutenant science station. So the good stuff is going to happen right here with, enhancing all of the good stuff for science. Then you have survivability, you have traditional DPS, or just, some enhancing your beams and your torpedoes. And then you have the majority of them being a pilot in pilot abilities over here. Now I need to grab myself a bridge officer that has pilot abilities, but I'm going to do that off the screen because this is it. This is how this ship looks like. It maneuvers very well. Let me see statistics with my particular build that, you guys can see I'm still using the default stuff, not being leveled up. And it has a flight turn rate of 36.8 degrees per second and a flight speed of 24.86, if that's going to be interesting. But this is how it maneuvers. I believe it is maneuvering very well, almost, as an escort tight turn radius. But then again, this is a pure science ship. So it is going to deal a lot of, DPS through the science traditional, or at least through the traditional science bridge officer abilities that you're going to use. It's not going to do traditional beams and torpedoes, a lot of DPS with that, but TIE Conserve Gravity Well and DRB are going to be very, very useful with this. So this is that anomaly that they were talking about, the Universal Console that is going to summon the hazardous eddies. 4 of these, that's going to last 20 seconds. Now these other ones right here, these are from the other Universal Consoles that I'm going to showcase as well, because we are utilizing the 3 set bonuses. And I'm also switched over all of my, or at least my specialization to pilot, because I want to show you guys rock and roll. So if you guys don't know what rock and roll is, and I'm going to put it right there, rock and roll is basically going to make your ship jump forward in a rotation. So here we go in 3, 2, 1, and then rock and roll. Whoa, fireworks as well. Nice. Oh, cool. Okay, I did not know that, but you also get like fireworks. But that was rock and roll, the maneuver that we just saw. It basically is very good if you are wanting to escape a particular scenario. Let's say you have some kind of like, high yield torpedo inbound, and your ship is basically like maybe 5% or something like that, and you're not going to survive that. So you basically hit rock and roll. It's not available 20 seconds. So you basically hit rock and roll, and it's going to make you immune to any kind of damage for the next, whenever the action is going to be fully performed. The duration of that action is going to make you immune. Now, I used to do this whenever the crystalline catastrophe was a thing. You remember that blast wave that thing does? So you basically use rock and roll maneuver, and then you basically are immune to the blast radius of that thing. And this is how it looks like. Here we go in 3, 2, 1, and then boom. And it does that rock and roll thingy. Very cool, very interesting. I might use that a little bit more for escaping warp core breaches, because that's usually how my ship gets vaporized. Anyway, I'm going to set this thing up the way I wanted to set it up. Nothing real fancy. It's not a build video. It's not anything like that. And I'm going to try to level this thing all the way up to Mars 3 level 5 to showcase these electrified anomalies, if that's even going to work here at the triple testing server. So after playing around with this ship, leveling it all the way to level 5 in this Starship Mastery, I'm here at Admiral Quinn because I want to submit a complaint. The Starship Mastery on the triple testing server does not unlock. It's still a bug. I'm going to show you guys what we're talking about. So right here, the electrified anomalies, it is unlocked. It says right here, but under the traits, Starship traits, if we go over to the E right here, so we have emergency response, yada, 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 but it does not say the electrified anomalies. That was the Starship trait. So I can't show you that, but I will show you that this thing is a lot of fun to fly around with. I have not done, or at least I have not had this much fun since a long time. Let me do a Gala Patrol for you guys to showcase this ship in combat. I do want to say that, like you guys know, I don't have any particular skills set up for a particular career, science, engineering, or tactical. I have no skills at all. So my skill tree is empty. Because I want to show you guys how the ship looks like coming out of the box. But I do have a couple of different traits and abilities that I've learned or I've gathered on the exchange and all that good stuff. Well, most of them pilot abilities that you just can grab yourself. Nothing real fancy. Let me just bring it up for you guys. Stations over here. So we got luck trajectories. Basically, whenever you're moving, it's going to make you, lock you into that movement, and your ship can basically rotate in its axis while you are still going that way. Reinforcing squadron, this is just, some kind of like, just like these things, you can basically ask for aid. And subspace boom, it's kind of interesting because it gives a boom, but I did equip some kind of or at least I found them really interesting to utilize. These are just something that I had laying around. This is no real thought has gone into these stuff. So we got subspace, the vortex right here. Right here. This one is a temporal destabilization probe. Very interesting. The Voth subcore, just to do a little bit of damage. This is part of a set that's kind of interesting. We got reinforcement squadrons, prize world, defense satellite, just to gravity well. What is this? Auto targeting armament. Very nice. Or at least I think so. This is part of the set. And it's kind of fun. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about. Now, obviously, I'm going to showcase all of these good stuff, or at least this one is the one that we are more interested in, because it kind of is so cool. Now, I do want to say one thing, that I have the majority of the skills I have set to keybinds. That's subspace boom. Very nice, right? There go reinforcement squadron. They're basically helping me out. We got locked trajectory because the ship was moving into doing pirouettes in its axis. What else we got? Some tactical team, chemo, power. What is this? Ox. Little bit of survivability over here. Gravity well, Titan's Rift, ZRB, and some science. So those are the things that I have, but the majority of the things that I'm using are obviously science-based, and I really, really, really like it. So I'm gonna put a gravity well. No, I'm gonna use Prior's world, satellite right here, and I'm going to hit this thing as well. So this is the anomaly that they were talking about. Look at that. You got look at how fun this thing is. You got tornadoes, but a bunch of them in space. I think 1, 2, 3. There were 4 tornadoes. Oh, there's another one. Hey, and we got fireworks. I don't know why the fireworks came up, but it is there. I believe each time the speaking of the fireworks, each time you're going to utilize one of these universal consoles that has to do with the summer event ship that are basically bound for the summer event ship after the
We will not go quietly.
yes, you will go quietly. Anyway, after the effect is going to end, is basically going to utilize fireworks in space. Now this is also something very interesting. It's basically the solid and warp generator that is part of the space set. So you basically visually, oh my god, this guy went down so fast. But this is basically you're basically using a gravity well right on top of you, and after the gravity well is going to end, it's gonna make a high kinetic blast. I kind of enjoy it. I'm not gonna use it on this guy because you kind of need a lot of enemies to be around you. So I'm gonna use it on this carrier. It's kind of fun. I mean, like I said, I'm having fun with this particular one. So here we go. 3, 2, 1, and then hit. So it's basically gravity well. You're basically pulling everybody near you, and at the end, it's gonna make a massive subspace boom like that. I find it very interesting. Another subspace boom. Look at my ship is rotating because it has locked trajectory. Quantum ornaments are going off. Oh, this is so much fun. I'm really having a blast right now. Subspace wake, if you wanna move. This is also part of the set basically. If you have all 3 of the all 3 of the summer ships, universal consoles. If you want to be at a particular place really fast, like Thao, I want to be there, so I can basically use that, and in an instance I'm there. I'm actually also vaporizing that guy because it also does a little bit of kinetic damage whenever a target is behind you. What else to show you? Prize World, the satellite and the subspace temple vortex you already have seen. I'm having fun. I forgot how much fun the look at these guys. These guys have no idea that they're going to be dead in an instant. Look at that. Look at that. It's like surrounding them. It's like, now they are moving really high, or at least really fast, because of this turbulence, this like nebula with these vortexes, because it kind of moves the ships in random directions. That's why I'm using like what was it, the wave generator to hold them there, and also the defensive satellite, because it kind of is like a gravity well, or does it functions like that, basically grabbing the enemy and like putting them up there. Now unfortunately I did want to show you guys the unlockable traits, but that's again Tribbles has a little bit of an issue. Boom over there, that's so nice. Yeah, Tribble has an issue where the traits are not unlocked. You can unlock them, but they're not, some kind of weird bug that is still on Tribble. Here we go, let me just grab them again. So I'm basically like a gravity well. And at the end it's gonna do a massive explosions just like that. And so good. I like it. I might actually grab another science ship and do some more science stuff, because I'm having fun. I might have too much fun with this thing. Now those are the Klingon reinforcements that I told them about to come and enter in the combat area. Now, obviously, this is not a build. This is not how you should build. Yes, good. Obviously, this is not a build video. This is not how you should build this particular ship. And do you understand that this is just a showcasing of this particular ship? Now, I do want to also showcase you that I'm using the new vanity visuals, the worker bees. And this is how it looks like, a little bit of a preview. I am definitely going to show you guys all of the rewards that has to do with the new summer event. There are a couple of them that might be interesting to some of you guys. But this is the new vanity shields that you're going to equip on your ship. It does cost 1,000 of those Lulnut favors. But then again, it kind of looks decent, and I do enjoy this part right here, the reflection of the sunlight. Oh, very good, loving it. Like I said, is this thing something that I'm going to use? Probably, yes, probably, because I'm having fun. I'm having too much fun, especially if you're having a bunch of consoles that do, science-related stuff, science fiction related stuff in space, not just traditional beams and torpedoes and torpedo high yield, torpedo spread and all that good stuff, because we kind of are past that right now. We're more into like what are kind of like anomalies we can put out there and have fun that way. Like I said, I find this ship to be useful. I really enjoy it. I don't have any, particular gear that is suited to science and science stuff to enhance all of the science DPS that I'm going to do. But as you guys saw, I'm doing okay. These Benthans are basically a piece of cake, and this mission was like really, really short, because I wasn't really paying attention to what I was doing, and the enemy still got vaporized. Even though I'm at normal difficulty, you guys can see one of those bars up here. I'm still having fun, and I believe that's what it's all about in Star Trek Online. Having fun and not, doing spreadsheet calculations and numbers, what works best. But that is my opinion and my opinion alone. I do also want to say that this particular ship is a free ship that you're going to get. It is going to be unlocked in all of your accounts. All of your characters are going to utilize this. If you're going to make a new character, this is definitely one ship to consider to leveling up your character, because this thing is free. Like I said, it is free. Just do the whole dailies and do the event. It's basically not even going to take you more than 10 minutes to do a daily event to qualify yourself for the daily tokens, and then after a certain amount of tokens, I believe it was 25, let me check, you're going to get okay, so I can't because I already claimed it, but I believe it was like 25 or 24 days that you're going to do the event to classify yourself to getting this particular ship. And I really cannot praise it more than it is. This is fun. This ship is definitely fun. I had a lot of fun with it, and especially the rock and roll is amazing whenever you're doing like fireworks. Look at that. That's just awesome. That is just cool. Definitely helps you out when you are in in a situation where you don't need to be there. Now, I also used these things, deuterium surpluses. It's called deuterium burn. Okay, they used to be called deuterium surpluses. This is basically also for making your ship go faster. And also, this is basically part of the space set rear-facing debuff and self-speed boost. Just like that. Making your ship go like crazy, go berserk a certain amount, and all of the enemies that are at your rear are basically going to get like kinetic based damage. It's called physical in space, but it's nice. It's nice. I like it. Here we go with the universal console again. The neutronic eddies. 3, 2, 1, click. So you got like tornadoes in space. Now it is not bound to your ship. As you guys see, I am moving out of this nebula, because it kind of is a nebula in space. I made a nebula in space. But you have like 4 of those tornadoes that are doing electrical damage to the enemy. So that is so good. This is also part of the other one. Basically going to grab everybody inside your ship, or at least near to your ship, and then going to explode. Boom. Very nice. Anyway, that's it for this video. Hope you guys had a little bit of fun and knowledge coming out of it. My recommendation is to do the event, grab this particular ship, because it is useful. If it's not useful for you, it might be for one of your other characters. And also, you're going to get the benefit of this ship because it's going to be an extra Admiralty card that you're going to get for free. So, that's it. I'd love to see you guys on the next video. Take care. Later.